There we go. All right. Well, welcome, you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to learn more about this amazing 90-day challenge that is really and truly changing people's lives. I just wanted to go ahead and take a minute just to kind of explain who I am and how I found the challenge. I am Ann. Hopefully we are already connected on Facebook. If not, I would love to connect with you there. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about this webinar on Facebook, but I am first and foremost a wife and mommy of 5 children. Yes, 5. I have one stepson who is in college. He is 19. And then I have a 10-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old son, a 6-year-old son, and a 2-year-old daughter. So obviously we have a very busy house, and we're just starting to homeschool. So yeah, looking forward to that little adventure there. But I have been in the fitness industry for over 20 years. Have just done pretty much everything in the fitness area. I've done group exercise, personal training. My husband and I have been in several fitness companies and have just really, really enjoyed the industry all of these years we've met in this industry. And I have competed in fitness competitions, things like that. But now my real passion is making transformations in people. And my husband and I do a fitness program locally called Super Body Challenge. And it is all about providing a program that creates total transformations for people. We have a very dynamic fitness program that my husband designs, and then we also incorporate a lot of mindset training because so much of making a physical transformation has to do with making an emotional transformation as well, and just kind of seeing yourself differently, seeing circumstances differently, seeing your life differently. And so it is really, really a passion to not just change people's lives physically, but to really just make a dramatic impact in their life. And we are just having a really, really great time doing it. So we basically found the challenge about a year ago. And I tell you, in all these years in fitness, we were always looking for a solution to the nutritional component of people working out. And before you get scared and log off, what we're talking about tonight does not require any type of rigorous exercise or really exercise at all, which is pretty amazing. But during our fitness career, we've always looked for a simple solution to the nutritional component because we know as professional fitness experts that really 80% of the people or 80% of the results that people get are going to come from the nutrition that they're putting in their body. Not to mention the fact that I'm sure you can look around and notice that our country is just deteriorating on the health end and just getting bigger and bigger physically. I mean, I guarantee if you walk into Walmart or anywhere, you will notice that basically 7 out of 10 people are overweight or obese. And it is just really an epidemic right now. And so we just wanted to find something to really make an impact that doesn't require people turning their worlds upside down, that doesn't require people just feeling hungry and a lack of energy. And, you know, before we would basically prescribe a nutrition plan that would be something like this, okay? You would need to eat 6 meals a day and basically load up on chicken and tuna and fish and all different kinds of lean meats, and then you got to get your complex carbohydrate in there, so your sweet potatoes and your brown rice and your brown pasta and your baked potatoes and things like that, and your vegetable, and you basically need to do that 6 times a day and get the Tupperware and pack your meals for the entire day or the entire week. And I mean, I'm sure just listening to me say that, you're going, oh my God, that is something I would never do. And it really turned out to be something that people would stick to for about 2.5 days, and then they would say, you know what, this is way too expensive, this is way too time consuming, and then that whole nutritional component that we would quote unquote prescribe would kind of go right out the door. So we knew that we had to find a very simple, cost-effective solution for people to be able to get all of their nutrients and also be able to lose weight and lose specifically body fat in a way where they don't feel deprived, they're not walking around hungry, they're actually increasing their energy and their level of health. And that is what got us really, really excited about the challenge that we are going to talk about tonight. So we're going to talk about the challenge, and then I'm going to have some friends come on the line so they can share their stories. And these are people that I personally work with every single day through our Super Body Challenge program, and you'll be able to really hear the dramatic stories and how this challenge has really and truly changed their life. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide so we can basically talk about what is the challenge. That is the first question that people want to know, what is this challenge? What is the deal? So that's what we're going to talk about right now. And basically, the challenge is it is a 90-day transformation. And it is truly an opportunity for you to improve your health, lose weight, or just overall get fit. And let me just tell you, this is not just for people that need to lose a lot of weight. This is for anybody that wants to improve their overall health, increase their energy level, or just build more lean muscle and get fit. Like for my husband and I, we did not have a specific weight loss goal. We've been able to stay in really good shape over the years, but we did want a good meal replacement shake, and we did want something that would really give us the nutrients in a very simple way. And you'll find as we talk about it tonight that it is really simple, it's fun, and it's actually going to save you money, which is a really exciting part of this challenge, because I know we found other things out there on the market, and first of all, they were not nearly as effective, but second of all, they were extremely expensive. And we all know in the economy that we're in right now that the last thing that we need to be doing is spending extra money to really improve our overall health. People are already spending so much money on prescriptions and doctors and all these different kinds of things. So to actually be able to take your health back in a way that's actually going to save you money, it really and truly is a win-win situation. So the next question is, how does it work? And basically, you set a goal and you select a kit. And we're going to talk about these kits in very good detail in just a few minutes. But I really do ask you to set a goal for yourself. And most people already have a goal in mind. Most people know that they want to lose a certain amount of pounds, or they want to get back into a certain size, or they want to feel a certain way, or be able to do certain things that they know that their current level of health and fitness is keeping them from doing. So it's really important that you do kind of identify what your personal goal is, okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to track your results for 90 days. And this challenge really just makes that part extremely simple for you to do. And then you can enter to win. This is actually an older presentation. They haven't updated it yet. But you can win. This is not $100,000 a year in prizes and vacations. This is now $10 million a year in prizes and vacations. And they do that basically every 90 days. They find winners of the challenge, and it's not necessarily based on who lost the most number of pounds. There are several components that they look into in different categories that you can enter, in order to win the challenge. And it's really exciting because any event that we go to, they always announce the new challenge winners, and it's just so inspiring to really be able to hear their story and just really be a part of how this has changed their life and their families' lives. It always affects more people than them themselves. So, all right, so the next thing is, what do I take? And if any of you are looking at this slide, and I know some people look at it initially and say, oh my gosh, that's expensive. Let me tell you this. You are taking money that you are already spending on something that's more expensive and less healthy for you, and you are redirecting it into a healthier alternative, okay? And I did not pull up a slide that I really, really should have, and I apologize for that. but I may do it just while I'm talking here if I can pull it up quickly enough on this very slow computer. But it is amazing because every time you drink one of these shakes, you are consuming over 8,600 calories worth of nutrients, okay? I'm talking you would need to eat chicken, eggs, all kinds of fruits, all kinds of vegetables, all kinds of different foods in order to get the same nutrients. And it would add up to over 8,600 calories worth of food and over $100, okay? So what we're going to talk about here is those same nutrients, okay, that it would take you eating all of those health-rich foods and nutrient-rich foods that you'll be able to do for less than 200 calories and less than $2, okay? So this is really going to save you money, and as the people share their stories tonight, I'm sure they'll be able to share with you how this has been able to decrease their food budget by anywhere from 1/3 to 2/3, okay? And I know even for our household, having 5 kids, one of them is in college, so we have 4 at home right now, but they eat like a college student, and I know we've been able to lower our food bill as well because we feed the kids to our shakes, we feed the shakes to our kids, and they absolutely love them. They taste amazing. If my 10-year-old daughter, who is the picky eater in the family, asked for a shake 2 or 3 times a day, I know we're good, and I know it passes the test, but they really do taste amazing. All right, so we're going to talk about these challenge kits right here, and the first one that you can see here is called the Balance Kit, and this is basically going to allow you to replace one meal, and I recommend that that meal is either breakfast or if you're exercising, it would be after your workout. But this is basically for people that are either at their goal weight or already, or maybe have 10 to 15 pounds to lose over a 90-day period, but overall it's for people with small weight loss goals. So this is going to allow people to replace their breakfast or replace their after workout shake, and it's basically 30 meals for $49, okay? So please tell me, I'm sure you could agree with me, that you spend more than $49 on 30 meals. I know I've had someone join the challenge, and when she really did the math in her head, she said, you know what, I spend about $4 or $5 every morning driving through at McDonald's between my breakfast and my coffee and all that kind of stuff. So this was actually going to save her a lot of money. So she was actually getting the shake kit over here, but it will save you money. So just think about what you're spending on breakfast, what you're spending on lunch. You know, if you're at work and you run out and buy lunch every single day, I guarantee that you are spending more than $49 on 30 meals, okay? So the next kit over here is called the Shake Kit, and this is where we really start to get into some significant weight loss. The Shake Kit is going to allow you to replace 2 meals. So I always recommend breakfast because people either don't eat it or drive through to get it, and or if they do eat it, you know, it's typically not very healthy. So this is a great, easy, on-the-go alternative for you to have for breakfast, and then you replace whatever second meal you want. You know, like I said, this is not meant to turn your world upside down. So if it's easier for you to take it to work and not have to take a lunch break and just be able to have it right at your desk, or maybe you get home late and you don't want to have to fix dinner, then you can have it for dinner. It's just whatever works best for you. But again, this is 60 meals for $99, okay? So like I said, this is absolutely going to save you money because studies show that people spend on average $3 to $5 for breakfast and anywhere from $6 to $10 for lunch. So here we go. For less than $4 a day, you are getting 2 meals every single day, okay? All right, so the next kit over here is called the Core Kit, and the Core Kit is for basically people that are already at their goal weight. They maybe have a little bit of a weight loss goal, but this is going to provide total nutrition because it has 2 extra products in there that I will tell you about that are absolutely phenomenal. As you can see here, it allows you to have 1 shake a day. Okay, you get 1 bag of the Vi Shake. And then it also includes Neuro, which is our herb-based energy drink. So unlike Monster or Red Bull or 5-Hour Energy that are loaded with sugar and are really going to just, jack you up for a little bit, but then you're inevitably going to have that sugar crash afterwards, this is a very healthy alternative, and it actually scientifically increases the firing of the neurons in your brain. So it's not just that you have more energy, you definitely feel that, but you're more alert, you're more awake, your concentration is better. So it's actually been found, I've had several personal recommendations of people that have ADHD or ADD or kids that have it, and they have gotten tremendous results from this product. So whether it's for something like that or just to increase energy, or maybe around 2:30, 3 o'clock you get that feeling like you just want to put your head down on your desk and take a power nap, this will help you with that, and in a way where it's very low in sugar and it's completely good for you, and it will give you a natural, sustained energy without the sugar crash, okay? The other product that's here is unbelievable, and it is called the Vi-Pack, and it is basically a total health system. And you'll hear in a little bit a story about what this Vi-Pack has done for some very close friends of mine, but basically it's a total health system. So it includes your antioxidants, it includes all of your essential oils, it includes all of your multivitamin and mineral, and then it also includes a patented anti-aging and energy formula. So I don't know about you, I'm 41 years old, so I'm all about some patented anti-aging and energy. And it does work incredibly, incredibly well. So again, core kit, $199. This is truly a total health system, okay? All right. Last but certainly not least is the transformation kit, and this is where some really, really exciting results come on the weight loss end. And again, you'll be hearing from a friend of mine who has been using the transformation kit and the results that she has gotten. But the additional products that it includes is, you already see you get enough for 60 meals of the shake mix. You also get the Neuro. And with all of these, if you're wondering what these are actually flavor packets that come with all of the kits. But the really exciting thing about this is once you join the challenge, we can get you a list of over 100 recipes. So the base flavor is called sweet cream, and literally when you open the bag, it smells like cake batter. It's unbelievable. But they did that very intentionally, so you have the ability to really change up the flavors of your shakes, so you never get tired of it. You could literally have a different flavor every single day of your 90-day challenge, and it's really fun to taste all the recipes like pumpkin pie and apple pie and key lime pie and monkey shake and, oh my gosh, I mean, almond joy. I mean, the list literally goes on and on. It's incredible. But the 3 additional products here that make this really special are this one called the Vi-Trim. And what the Vi-Trim is, it's a flavorless, odorless powder that you can put in your shakes, you can put it in water, you can put it in anything, you can put it in your yogurt, whatever it is, but it will actually help you to curb cravings, and it will also serve as an appetite suppressant. Now let me tell you, if we're going to talk about cravings, is that you will notice within your first week of starting the challenge that your cravings will go away, because cravings come from a lack of nutrients. So whether you're craving sugar or whether you're craving salty or, just get hungry at a certain time of the day, your mind has made an association that cravings equal eating this food. But what's truly happening in your body is there is a lack of nutrients there. And those cravings are your body's way of saying, give me some nutrients. We just typically give it chips or cookies instead. Okay, so you will notice that your cravings will really, really subside within your first week. Okay, so this is for people that, maybe have a real issue with that, or maybe are feeling hungry for some reason between meals, and this is a great way for them to alleviate those things. The second product here is the Omega Vitals. This is basically a way for your body to take in good fats which will push away the cravings for the bad fats, okay? Your body needs these fats to function properly, and this is how your body is going to be able to get it. The last product here is called Metabawake. It is an all-natural metabolism booster. So unlike Hydroxycut or some of the other products out there that I'm sure will probably be taken off the market one of these days because they are extremely dangerous, they do not raise your heart rate or anything like that. This is, again, completely herb-based, and it does increase your metabolism. Now, again, while we're talking about your metabolism, let me just tell you that if you're in your 40s or 50s and you're saying, oh my God, my metabolism is slowing down, what's actually happening is basically since the age of 23, if you are not actively building lean muscle, it is deteriorating. You are losing it. And muscle is what burns fat in your body. So if you're losing that furnace in your body, that muscle that's burning fat, then it is going to make an impact on your metabolism. It's going to slow your metabolism down. So what these shakes do is two very important things that no other shakes do that are out there on the market, is they help your body, excuse me, to burn fat and to build lean muscle. Okay, so unlike Slim Fast or Carnation Instant Breakfast or whey protein or any, muscle milk or anything like that, this has what's called a tri-source protein blend. And what that means is they have taken 2 sources of whey and 1 source of soy protein. And let me tell you, if you or anybody that you know has issues or concerns with soy, they have removed the isoflavones, which is what contains the estrogen, and it is a non-genetically modified soy. So people that typically have issues with soy, like my son is allergic to soy, like he can't drink soy milk, but he has no problems with these shakes. And even, people with breast cancer or things like that where estrogen is an issue or concerns about breast cancer, these shakes will not affect that because the isoflavones are the component that increase the estrogen, so it's perfectly safe. So what this tri-source protein blend does is, like I said, it helps you to burn fat and to build lean muscle. So like Slim Fast and Carnation Instant Breakfast and things like that, they are so loaded with sugar. I'm talking anywhere from 15 to 30 grams of sugar that when you're drinking it, what's really happening in your body is it is spiking your insulin level because of the sugars that are in there. And anytime you spike your insulin level, your body is going to store fat. Okay? So they will actually make you gain weight as opposed to losing it. Okay? I think it's very important for people to know that those things out there, they do not work. That's why even if you've tried it, I can guarantee that it did not work long term for you. And that's the reason, because there is so much sugar in there, okay? All right, so let me just go ahead and ask, because I like, for you guys to be able to interact and ask questions and things like that. Does anyone have any questions about any of these kits? There is, on your control panel, there's a little area where you can type in a question. So does anybody have any questions about these kits? You can go ahead and submit a question right now, and I'd be happy to answer that for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next slide, but if I see questions come through, I will definitely stop and answer them. And as you can see here, these are real people getting real results. And, while we're on this slide, I would love to bring my friends on so they can share their stories with you. And the first person, if my computer will move, let's see. If I can bring Jeff Porter on the line. Jeff, I'm going to unmute you here. 1 second. My computer's trying to catch up. I need to get my in-laws a new computer. Oh my goodness, it is slow. 1 second here, guys. Just take a look at these pictures. I mean, it is really, really incredible here. All right, now I got to get back up here. 1 second. Jeff, hold on. I'm coming to get you. 1 second. Just waiting on this computer. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Okay, says I'm unmuted. Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
There you go. We can hear you.
Hey, how about that? Modern technology.
Gotta love
Woo,
it, right?
let's hear it for the computer. No, I don't. No. It's so aggravating. I'm like one step below computer illiterate. I'm just like computer stupid.
You're good. Well, go ahead. If you could share your story with everybody, you and your wife, if you could share your story, that would be awesome.
Okay. Well, hey, I'd just like to, say, hey, good night, or, hope everybody's having a good night. And my wife and I, we got started with Eric and Alyse, met them, and, started this a great friendship through going to the gym. They are our fitness trainers and close friends. And when we got started back in January at the gym, with the program that they offer, Super Body, and they offer this 90-day challenge, and just to throw it out there, I had no idea, I had no concept of what the whole challenge thing meant, so I just kind of like, whatever, but I needed a program, so we started off the gym, and I mean, golly, we were serious about it because I was just coming back from having back surgery, and I needed a program that was, excuse me, going to develop my core strength. So we started going to the gym, and I loved the program so much, and it was so challenging. We started going anywhere from 4 to 6 days a week. And some of the days were what I refer to as twofers, where I would go to a morning class, and I would also come back and take an evening class. And after about 30 days, I'm like, I'm seeing, few results, and noticed some people in the class that were having a tremendous, success, and would really started, making a transformation. Wow, there's that word, transformation. Well, it started bugging me because, I noticed these other people and the results they were getting, and not to, I guess, sound like sour grapes, but it was like they weren't spending the time in the gym that I was spending the time, and I really didn't feel like they were putting in the work, like I was. And I was like, well, what's the deal? So I happened to ask Eric one day, and I said, hey, dude, I said, what's the deal? I said, how come, after 30 days, they should have a few more results in this. I said, I know these people over here. And he says, oh, they're on by Salas. And he just, keeps walking. And it just kind of, I was like, okay, I never heard of that, and so I just, went on. Well, my wife, she's a little inquisitive, as she is. She asked the questions, about, what it was and where she can get it and, the benefits and all that. Well, Eric starts explaining to her about Visalis, starts explaining about the nutrients, starts explaining about the trisold protein. And, just to give you a little behind story on me, I've been in law enforcement for a little over 18 years now, and you are hearing from probably the most cynical person and skeptical person that you will ever meet. Because the only thing that I got away from that conversation was, okay, protein powder and multivitamins. So, being the genius that I am, I went out to GNC, bought me a great big honking tub of protein powder, and went to Walmart, and I brought me a even larger tub of multivitamins. I started consuming 60 grams of protein 3 to 4 times a day, and I started taking 2 multivitamins in the morning and 2 multivitamins of an evening. And over the next 6 months, that was my regime. My wife, on the other hand, she started using Visalis, and she started seeing some tremendous results right away. She's like dropping weight, building muscle. It was like crazy, the results he's getting. Well, 6 months went by, and yeah, I'm having some results. I'm noticing I'm getting a little bit stronger, and I've lost, I think it was like, went down 10 pounds, and then I came back up, and I was holding steady at, 4-pound loss. And I was just like, what in the world? Well, lo and behold, I hurt my back again, and, I was down and out for a little while. And over that amount of time, I got talking with Robin and about the success that she'd had, and golly, my wife was down 25 pounds, and I was like, holy crap! I said, I was only down like 4 pounds. I said, what in the world? And I mean, my gosh, I mean, I got a good-looking woman, but after 25 pounds, I mean, it was looking even better. So I was like, yeah, lady, girl. Well, after, my period of time where I could get back in the gym, I made the decision, this time, well, I'm going to get back on the Visalis, or I'm going to get on the Visalis and start back to working out. Well, the first 6 weeks, the way I like to tell people is that I got better results in 6 weeks than I did in 6 months, because I know for 6 months of what I was doing. And the first 6 weeks, I'm a little over 8 weeks now. I think I'm knocking on 9. But in 6 weeks, I was down 3 inches. I had built up a significant amount of muscle in my arms and my legs. I mean, when I say I'm not like Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything, but, I had put on 7 inches. And I was like, my gosh, I couldn't do that, in 6 months. And I've done it now in 6 weeks. Now I'm about 9 weeks into my challenge, and I'm down. My goal weight, was I wanted to lose 20 pounds. And now I've lost 20 pounds. I've gone from a size 36 in jeans down. Whoop, whoop, yeah. And I'm at 8 inches of muscle in my arms and in my thighs. So I'm feeling really good. Energy levels are through the roof. Well, backing up just a little bit, 2 months ago when I started my challenge, my wife had been doing her program for a while, and she'd also let a little bit of history about my wife and what we've been going through for the last several years is that my wife, she'd been diagnosed with a high blood pressure, and she'd also been suffering from a car wreck that we were in from having chronic neck pain. Well, the first thing I noticed with my wife, and what really got me to, making that turn and getting on board with Visalis was that, after using Visalis for a couple of months, my wife was able to get off her high blood pressure medication, and I thought, wow, that's pretty significant. Well, the other thing with Robin and the neck pain is that she was to the point, she had done everything from ibuprofen to heroin, trying to get some relief, with this neck pain. For the last 2 years, my wife had been a patient at the Briar Creek Pain and Spine Clinic in North Raleigh, and they were to the point where they were doing a procedure where they were making an injection into the C1. And those of you who don't know what that means you have a neck bone, and then you have your brain. And they were going in there and making injections to burn the nerves in that area just to curb the pain, to where my wife could function. And, that's pretty scary. Well, she started taking, along with her Visalis, she started incorporating the Vipac. And, once again, there's a huge difference between what you're going to get at Walmart, the grocery store, or GNC with vitamins, and stuff that is designed and engineered, to work. And the Vipac has done just that. She started using the Vipac, and within 3 days, the neck pains were gone. Once again, like I said, she'd gone from having to have, a doctor go in there and burn nerves in her neck, right there at her brain, just to curb the pain to where she could function, to 3 days of using the Vipac, we're pain-free. So, that right there, that was enough, I guess, proof in the pudding there that, I decided, I got to be a part of this. I said, if it's going to do this for me as far as, it's going to do that for my wife, help her to lose, 25 pounds and get rid of her neck pain, I said, I got to get on board with this. So that's when I came on board after my last back surgery there. And now I'm down 20 pounds, 8 inches of muscle built up, 4 inches of fat off the old jelly belly there, and I'm feeling great. You know, I'm looking, you know, to do more and more every day. So that's my story, and that's my wife's. And anybody out there that just, you know, I tell you, it truly works if you do the program the way it's intended. Thank you, Alyse. I appreciate you letting me share.
Awesome, Jeff. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. Next, I wanted to bring on the line another good friend of mine. Let me mute Jeff back up here. Come on. Okay. Bring on another friend of mine here, Pam Johnson, who she has had a great weight loss story, but then she also has or had a health issue that I'm finding more and more people are dealing with right now. And so I wanted her to share her story as well. So let's see. Okay, Pam, are you there?
Hey.
Hi, honey.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
First, I just want to say it is just an honor to be able to be a part of Alyse and what it's done for me personally. One of the things that really got me started with Alyse is a workout class that I was taking with Eric and Alyse, and Eric recommended doing the Alyse shakes. I really wanted to see a big difference in weight loss and building lean muscle. So I started the 2 shakes a day, and right away I started feeling really good. But one thing that had happened to me 3 years ago, prior to doing the shakes, I had been diagnosed with a severe vitamin D deficiency. I was experiencing excruciating muscle pain, joint pain, and I'd actually suffered what was like a mini stroke, and it was pretty scary. Went to 3 different specialists. 3 MRIs later, I was diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency. My level was 18, and it was supposed to be somewhere around 50 to 60. So immediately they start giving me vitamin D to take. So I was taking 8,000 IUs a day, which was 4 pills in the morning, 4 pills in the afternoon, and did that for 3 years. Some of the symptoms went away, not all the symptoms. And then, of course, I'd get my levels tested about every 3 months, and the highest that my level ever got was about to 51, and the doctors were pretty happy with it, but I wasn't because, again, I was still having, you know, periods of chronic pain. When I started doing the Alyse shakes, immediately, you know, the weight started coming off, my energy level went up, I started feeling really good, to the point where I started to forget to take my vitamin D. And let me just say, if there was a day where I went and forgot to take my vitamin D, the very next day I would pay for it severely. Just a lot of pain, it'd be hard to even walk. But drinking the shakes, like I said, I just started feeling really good, and I had gone like 4 days, and it finally dawned on me. I said, oh my gosh, I have not taken my vitamin D, and could not believe that I was not in chronic pain. So I thought, well, this seems to be working. I'm just going to not take my vitamin D, keep drinking the shakes, and see what happens. So that was after being on the shakes for about 2 weeks. That was the end of February. Well, in May, I went to my doctor for my yearly physical, and, of course, they did a fasting blood panel on me, and included in that was my vitamin D level. And I was so anxious to find out what my levels were that I actually had the blood work done 2 weeks prior to the appointment because I wanted to make sure I had the results. So anyway, I had the blood work done. 2 weeks later, I go in my doctor's office, and he's just, you know, asked me basic questions. How are you doing? How are you feeling? This, that, and other. And then he gets to my lab results, and he's just starting to shake his head, and I'm thinking, oh, Lord. Because, you know, you just kind of wonder, when the doctor's shaking his head, it's like, oh, okay, what's he going to tell me? And he looks at me, and he said, your vitamin D level is at 61.5. and because that's the highest my level had been in 3 years, and that was after taking 8,000 IUs a day. It was just so awesome. And then he looked at the rest of my lab results and my total cholesterol, blood sugar levels, everything. And he looked at it. He said, "Your numbers are awesome." He said, "These are the best numbers I have seen in a long time." And he told me, he said, matter of fact, he said, "You can wait 2 years before you have your lab work done again." But of course, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, that was just huge for me, because not only did my energy level go up and I was losing weight and building lean muscle, but, you know, my vitamin D level, not having to swallow a pill every day, which was what I feared I'd have to do for the rest of my life, but just knowing that my body is getting the nutrition that it needs has just been wonderful. Not having chronic pain anymore has been great. And even other areas in my life, I can tell I do have bouts sometimes with seasonal allergies, but after being on the shakes and my body getting the nutrition that I need, my allergies have been so much better. So it's just been a lot of just little things. And again, just the energy level going up, just feeling really good, has just been great. So I would definitely recommend it for anybody. I've had another friend who has Crohn's disease and could not, I mean, hers was so bad, she had not had, like, salad in 7 years. Because anytime she ate any kind of raw vegetable like that, even if it was just something small, it's just like a half a cucumber, she just literally, her stomach would just knot up, and she would just be severely sick for a couple of days. But I got her doing the shakes, and at the time, her Crohn's was so bad, she was having to take injections in her stomach every day. That's how she started her day. And the medication was so expensive, because as we all know, insurance, they only cover a percentage, you know, when they do that. So anyway, she started the shakes, and within a week and a half of doing the shakes, she stopped doing the injections in her stomach. She started feeling so much better that her energy level went up, and after being on the shakes for a month and a half, she had her first salad that she had had in 7 years and had no problems digesting raw vegetables and stuff. So, you know, it's been huge for her as well. So.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, I was hoping you would share that about D. Yeah, that is awesome. And it's just incredible how just these common, you know, diseases that they like to call everything now can truly, truly be eliminated just by putting good nutrition in your body. And, you know, we do recommend that people, if they are questionable, if they do take the shakes to their doctor. But I will tell you, doctors do not study nutrition. Doctors study how to prescribe medicine and how to send people to have surgery. It is just not on their curriculum to study nutrition. I mean, I went to college for pre-med. I took no nutrition classes. I was going to go to medical school. I decided in about my junior year of college I did not want to do it. But, you know, I did a lot of research about what would be required in medical school and the different classes that I would take, and there is not nutrition in there. So people want to automatically take it to their doctor, and I can respect that, but one thing that you should just have the knowledge of is that doctors do study nutrition. And, you know, that's why, you know, they may say improve your diet, but they're more likely to give you a prescription for something or an injection for something or a pill for something than to truly, you know, educate you, because they don't have the education themselves to truly educate you about what just good, solid nutrition can do, okay? So the last person, and definitely not least person, that I wanted to bring on the line is another good friend of mine, Darlene Kemp. And I know as I meet people, there are a lot of people out there that have significant weight loss goals, anywhere from 60 to 100 plus pounds that they're looking to lose. And that was the situation that Dar was in. And again, you know, she joined our Super Body program, and I'll tell you, when she first joined the program, she was very limited in what she could do just due to her weight. And so it's been really, really exciting to watch her transform literally in front of our eyes over the past several months, to be able to now, I mean, not only kick some serious booty in our weight in our fitness class, but just, you know, she'll share with you just how it has, in the same way as Pam and Jeff, has just really, really changed her life. So Dar, I'm just waiting for this computer to catch up to what I'm getting it to do here. So I'm clicking unmute. It'll just take a second for it to catch up with what I'm doing here. But you should be unmuted in just a second. There you are.
Can you hear me? Thanks, Alyse. First, I'd like to tell everybody thanks for being on the call tonight. And I just want you to know it's a privilege for me to be able to share this story with you. A year ago, I would have never, ever thought that I'd be here and be able to share something like this with you. I have struggled with my weight my entire life, ever since I can remember. So when I walked into the Super Body, I had 100 plus pounds that I wanted to lose. Honestly, guys, I stepped on the scale at 305. Very embarrassed, ashamed. But, you know, I went, kind of a little bit of background. You know, everybody has tragedy in their life, and they deal with it in different ways. But I had a lot of tragedy, you know, it seemed like in a very short amount of time. Within 5 years, I'd lost my dad, my best friend, had a miscarriage, and had a stillborn at the same, you know, and just went into a very deep depression. Tried 16 years worth of a depression. So I had, you know, was on antidepressants. My father passing away, he was 51 years old when he died. He had a massive heart attack, had high blood pressure, had high, diabetes, high cholesterol. Well, last year, you know, 45 years old, I said, you know, I really need to do something, because I'm only 6 years away from where my father, you know, passed away. And I said, that's not what I want for me. That's not what I want for my family. So it's time for me to do something about it. And it's, you know, a choice that I made. And so I walked into a local gym and saw things for the Super Body and said, you know, this is my time. This is what I'm going to commit to. And the people, Eric and Alyse and everybody else in the classes just are amazing, amazing people. Not only are they my teammates and my cheerleaders in getting me through this, but they're also great, great friends. And my life is just so much better having them in it, and I'm blessed to have them in my life. But so really, I started on Visalis. I did the training. I really didn't even hear anything about Visalis for maybe a month and a half after I was in the class. But let me tell you, there was things in that class that I'd look at these people, I mean, 4 times smaller than me. And there is no way that I'm getting down on that floor and putting that leg where? So, but guess what, guys? Today I can do that. So, you know, not only progress physically, but also mentally, emotionally. I've grown and transformed so much because of Super Body, but the physical changes that are happening in me because of Visalis. The nutrition. I never ate breakfast. I was not a breakfast eater. But I can honestly say today, if I don't have my shake in the morning, you can forget the day. I'm done. Because I get up every morning and I'm at class at 5:30 a.m. for my workout. I come home, I have my shake. And that's what keeps me going all day long. And I go until about 11 o'clock at night. But since April, I have lost 45 pounds, just over 45 pounds, and around 45 inches. And I've learned that, weight loss isn't, or transforming my body is no longer just about that number on the scale. I mean, that's what everybody talks about. That's what's ingrained in our heads because we go to the doctor. They look at that number on the scale. And I am finally getting to the point where I don't care if I get on the scale only once a month, because I know how my body is changing. I know how my clothes are fitting. I've dropped 6 dress sizes in that time. Not only those, but my doctor took me off my blood pressure medicine. I've come off of my Prozac. I'm no longer on a depression medicine. My vitamin D deficiency is gone. My cholesterol has dropped. And my doctor, both my cardiologist and my regular doctor, have both seen the nutrition label of the shake mix and have given me their blessing and has told me to continue doing what I'm doing. Guys, I'm only halfway to where I want to be. And I'm not quitting because this product works. And, I just want people to know that there is help out there for people who have a significant amount of weight to lose. All you have to do is follow the program. And we can help you get there, guys. Thank you for letting me share my story.
Thank you, honey. Love you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think Dar just touched on something that's really important, and I know it's something that people bring to me a lot, is so many people have really just lost hope in their weight loss efforts or their efforts to really get healthy, and it's just really incredible and inspiring to have something that is so simple and so cost effective and tastes so good to be able to really give people hope again. And I know I did a call several months ago with some friends who it was a daughter and a father and a mother, and they just got on the line to share their story. And the father, who was diabetic and basically, probably 200 pounds overweight and had really, really just lost hope, it was just incredible to hear him really share how these shakes were basically like hope in a bag for him. And so, it's really doing incredible things in people's lives. So I just wanted to kind of wrap things up here because Visalis has an incredible program called a 3 for Free program where you can get everything that we have talked about tonight absolutely for free. So as great as it is, they taste really good when you're getting them for free. So basically the way that works is you join the challenge and you purchase your initial kit, and then let's say you purchase tonight. Well, during December, if you simply get 3 other people to join the challenge with you, which I really recommend anyway, because, being a fitness professional, one of the reasons why our program is so successful is because people have a ton of accountability and support. So that's the same reason why most people do not succeed in their weight loss efforts, is because they do not have that. They try to go it on their own, and there's no accountability, there's no support, and so it's very simple for them to just stop doing what they're doing. So to be able to get 3 friends or family members or coworkers or whatever it is on the challenge with you, then not only do you have that built-in accountability and support and motivation, but you can also get your product for free. So basically, you pick your kit, you find 3 other people that want to get the same kit as you, and there's, we can go into a little more detail in a private message or something like that, but basically you get 3 people to join the challenge with you, and the next month, and as long as those 3 or any 3 people are part of the challenge, it will continue to be free month after month after month after month, okay? So every single person that you just heard from tonight, Jeff and Pam and Darlene, they paid for their kit once, and that was the last time they paid for their kit, okay? So it's very, very simple for you guys to do. So I highly recommend that you do that, not only to get your product for free, but so you do have that built-in support network. So I did want to, we're going to kind of wrap things up here. So what I want to tell you is whoever invited you to this webinar, that is who you want to get back to. And I tell you, the biggest thing that stops people from reaching their goals is excuses and procrastination, okay? So if you have questions swirling in your mind, you can go ahead and ask them now, or you can get back to the person that invited you. But I really encourage you to not allow to take that first step of taking control in your life, and do not allow excuses and procrastination to keep you from starting your 90-day challenge today. Don't say the holidays. Don't say, well, I'll wait till after the first of the year, because after the first of the year, I guarantee something else will happen or come into your life that will make you put it off until the next month. So I just really encourage you, just take action. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose other than wait, okay? And if you came by a personal invitation from me or from a direct post that I placed on Facebook, definitely get back to you tonight. I do have an incentive for you joining the challenge tonight. I have some free product that I would like to give you if you decide. Send me a Facebook message, say, hey, I'm ready to go, or hey, I have these questions, and then I'm ready to go. And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have, and we will just get you going tonight, okay? Don't wait. Don't put it off until the holidays, because you could be, 5, 10, 15 pounds down by Christmas, and, then you can really enjoy the meals that you're going to have and the friendships that you're going to be able to take a part of and the family you're going to be able to see, because you're already going to be on the road to improving your health and getting rid of that weight that's really keeping you from optimal health and from really living your life fully, okay? So that's it, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. It has been really a pleasure talking to you guys. And like I said, get back to the person that invited you if you have any questions. Get back to me if you saw it from a direct post that I put on Facebook or a message that I sent you. And I really look forward to you joining the challenge and helping you in absolutely any way that I can. So make it a great night, you guys. Just go ahead and make the decision, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Have a great night.